Now from the University of Okoboji, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee. I'm happy to have here with me from Family Crisis Centers, Sherry Castine. I almost tripped over that. Who's the Executive Director for Family Crisis Center, and then Andrea, who's a lead victim advocate for Family Crisis Centers as well. Welcome. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks, Jeff, for having us.
Anytime I can get somebody into manland here, I'm pretty happy.
That's great.
And I know from years past, I know a little bit about Family Crisis Centers and who you advocate for and so forth and what this is set up for. But maybe you could refresh mine and everybody else's memory as well.
Sure. The Family Crisis Center is actually 40 years old this year, and we started at just a small program, and now we're 17 counties wide, and we serve victims and survivors of domestic violence, violent crimes, human trafficking, just about anything that's out there. We have trained advocates that are out there to be able to serve them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, free of charge, and we're just grateful to have been called to do this work.
Yeah, and has your work increased since pandemic? Are you seeing a lot more out there with the people being shut in and stress being at its utmost and so forth?
Yeah, it's really changed our whole society, and definitely our victimology and our sociology and things that we look at, things I look at with the numbers and statistics and things like that. Yeah, we're definitely seeing things increase. One of the elements of the Family Crisis Center is we run the statewide call center for the Attorney General's office, and we've just seen those numbers rocket all over. We kind of have a bird's eye view of the whole state, and ours up in Northwest Iowa isn't any different than anybody else's, but everybody's increasing across the state.
Are these, you have to pay for these services? Are they free services?
No, Jeff, they're free and confidential. People come in and get a chance to talk to, like Andrea, that's just a great trained advocate. Maybe not want to see anybody face to face, but just want to have somebody to bounce some things off of. We have a local office in Spirit Lake that you can come and use. We've got one in Spencer, Emmitsburg. We've got people spread out.
Yeah.
Once we went regionalized about 8 years ago, the Attorney General's office called us mobile advocates to really not be in concrete offices like when I started 35 years ago,
Sure.
but just to be able to be out and be fluid and be able to work with people and meet them where they're at. And so that's what we're able to do up here.
Very good. Well, let's talk about, you've got and this is really cool, you've got a Ranger raffle going on, coming up here, and how is this going to work? Here's an opportunity, brand new Polaris Ranger.
Right, and this was off-boarded and spring-boarded basically because this year the Family Crisis Center is going to take a 22% cut in funding. Last year we took an 8% cut, so you put that together, that's 30% cut. With one of our lead funding sources, which is VOCA, which is a federal source. And it's not tax dollars. What we get are fines and penalties that are put into the federal Victims Comp Fund and then given out to individual programs.
Right.
Well, that got delayed and restricted during COVID because a lot of things got plea bargained, and so that fund kept going down and down. Well, we do have a federal fix, and we do expect those funds to turn back around in a couple years. But in the interim, we really need help from the community. So Andrea and all of the other hundreds of people that we serve, thousands of people, actually, when we did a look at what was going to happen with the 22% cut, 10,000 people served by our agency will be affected. 10,000.
I mean, that's astounding.
Yep.
And it's tragic.
It's very tragic.
Because like we said, I think there's more people out there needing help since the pandemic and slowly coming out of it. And when you're cutting those numbers of those people you are advocating for, there's a lot of hurt out there.
There is. And as a survivor myself, I remember in the 80s not knowing where to go when things were new. And now it's just like every bit of my job is to make it the accessibility to victim services easier and better.
Yeah.
So we were grateful that Tara, our marketing director, came up with this fundraising plan. And so this is brand new for us. We did come over here and she did get one of these Rangers, and we're excited about having this as an opportunity over here in the Lakes area.
All right. Andrea, are you going to speak to this with the opportunities to get the Ranger?
Oh, sure. We're going to be hosting several different pop-up events around the lakes during the summer. This is not an exhaustive list, but we plan to be at the farmers market in the park, in Arnold's Park.
Yeah.
We'll be there opening weekend, and then again several times throughout the summer. And we will have tickets available to sell then. One of the people that we've been really fortunate to work with so far, the studio of Yoga Okoboji.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be selling tickets for us as well at her facility. She actually just hosted a free will donation class for us last night, and we were able to raise a little bit of money there, and we are always so grateful for that help from our community.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the great things about a smaller community, and we're kind of a community of communities, but when people hear of cuts like this on a program that is so important, people they give their time, their treasure, and their talents.
And we so appreciate that job.
And the treasure really right now with the cuts you're taking is very, very needed. So so you're going to have it down there at the park a few times, so you can, you like to feel and touch something like that, especially a Ranger that you have maybe an opportunity to touch.
Yeah, we're hoping at least a couple of those times that we'll be able to bring it out and let people see what it is.
Well, if you need someone to drive around the park and really show it off,
we will call
I'll
you.
be there.
There you go. You're hired,
More
Joe.
than happy to drive.
We're also going to be out at Vic's Corner on Memorial Day weekend as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So
you'll
we
get
might
some
have to, kind of split it up between those two
sure.
locations over the weekend so people can see.
So now, how many tickets are you going to be selling total, and how do we go about getting
1,500 tickets total. That's all the tickets we're going to sell.
Yeah.
They will be $100 a piece.
Okay.
And hopefully all of those funds will go towards our services. Right now we're still paying off the actual vehicle. So that's what we're hoping to get sponsorships for.
Well, I was going to ask you, are you trying to get sponsorships on this with area businesses and so forth,
Yes.
or individuals for that matter?
Yes, anybody. We're so grateful to take anything our community would be willing to donate to us. But yes, we would love to work with businesses or even just philanthropically inclined individuals and families. We've got different sponsorships levels starting at $500 all the way up to there's no cap.
Come on, yeah.
If you feel like opening that checkbook all the way, you
Yes.
certainly can.
Yeah.
And if people would just like to donate, and not be recognized as a sponsor, that's fine too. We're always happy to accept whatever people are comfortable with.
Yeah, very, very good. And so how do they contact you for getting or sponsorships? If someone says, "Hey, I'd love to sponsor," whom do they get a hold of, and how do they do it?
Well, they can sure contact any of us.
Okay.
My work cell phone number is 712-449-7192. They can also call Tara at our main office, and I'm sorry I don't have the main office.
I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take care of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. And so a total of 1,500. And do you have a projected date of when you're going to draw for this?
August 8th.
August 8th. All right.
So we'll sell tickets right up until that date.
Absolutely. Yeah. And unfortunately, that'll come faster than we like
It
it
will.
to come.
The summer always flies
It
by.
does fly.
So now's the time to set up yourself for sponsorship, and when you do that, buy some tickets too.
Absolutely.
Yes. Our sponsorship deadline is May 27th.
Okay, so that's coming up very quick.
Yes, on next Friday.
All right.
And that's just for if you want your name on our promotional material that we're doing throughout the summer when we are doing sales and pop-up events and things like that.
Very good.
But of course, you're welcome to donate at any time.
Very good. All right. Wonderful. Well, I appreciate you stopping in and talking about this, such an important program, Family Crisis Centers, and what in the past you've done for people, and what you're going to be doing for folks here in the future as well. So you got to make sure you have the funds to do it, though.
Yeah, we want to continue changing and saving lives, and this is the best way we can do it is by reaching out to others. So we hope that people can reach out this time and help us to get through this time.
All right, very good. All right, Sherry Castine, the executive director, and then of course Andrea's here with us as well. She serves as the lead victim advocate. So anyway, we want to thank them for coming in. Give generously if you can, and we want to thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Ruthven Locker at the Lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.